Does the Pope wear a funny hat because he worships an ancient pagan deity? Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. Let's take a look at a video.
So let's start with a religious symbol, and that is an ancient Phoenician god that was very important in the Middle East some 5,000 years ago.
All right, let's see it.
That god was called Dagon, D-A-G-O-N. Dagon was a fish god.
Dagon was absolutely not a fish deity. That association is based on the false etymology that links the name with the Hebrew word dag for fish, which was first ginned up around 400 CE by Jerome, the translator of the Vulgate. It became very popular in the medieval period, but no scholars accept that etymology today. Additionally, the two fish-like entities being shown on the screen are not Dagon and are not each other. They're not the same entity. The one on top that has what looks like a fish hat/cape, that is called an Apkallu, and that is a demigod that transmits wisdom to humanity from the gods. The one on the bottom is a half-fish, half-human monster called a Kululu, or the feminine version is the Kulilta. None of them have anything whatsoever to do with Dagon or even with each other. If you'd like more information on Dagon, this article by Singer from 1992 is a little bit outdated, but very, very good and freely available online. By far the most careful and comprehensive discussion is Luis Feliu's 2003 monograph, The God Dagon in Bronze Age Syria.
The first symbol that I want to talk about is the headdress that the Pope or the Bishop of Rome wears. That headdress is very interesting and has quite a history to it.
So let's talk a little bit about that history. It goes back to the Byzantine period in the Eastern Roman Empire when they referred to this headdress as a kamalavkion, and it was based on the Phrygian cap, a soft conical-shaped cap. This image, which dates to the 8th century CE, is one of the earliest artistic depictions we have of this cap, and its shape changed over the years. Between the 11th century and today, it evolved even further. At one point, it split and became kind of a triangle that was then elongated and then curved at the sides. So this is a shape that has formed within the last millennium, does not go back to any time before the Common Era.
But we need to understand that that symbol goes back at least 5,000 years.
No, it doesn't.
Dagon was a god of the Philistines, and Dagon comes from the word dag, which means fish.
Dagon has absolutely no etymological relationship to the word fish. That was an etymology ginned up by Jerome in the 4th/5th century CE. Most scholars would say Dagon either comes from a Semitic word meaning grain, or that the deity's name predates the rise of Semitic languages in the region, and so we don't know exactly what it means. There are absolutely no data that connect it with the word fish.
So Dagon was a fish god. And here we have pictures of another fish god named Anis, same god, but was worshipped in different countries under different names.
So Dagon has absolutely no connection whatsoever to the entities depicted in this imagery or to any entity known as Juanes. So a Dios le pido that these mala gente stop ignorantly using this fotografia to advance these asinine conspiracy theories. Esporti.
So here in the Jewish Encyclopedia, under the heading of Dagon, you will see a picture of the priest of Dagon, or the god himself, and he's wearing a fish head and the body of a fish down his back.
Yeah, this is just incorrect and outdated scholarship that has been rejected for generations.
On the top is the Pope's mitre, but when turned, you then see he's actually wearing a fish head, the fish god Dagon, because he's representing the worship of an ancient Phoenician god.
So this is just pure and utter nonsense. Any careful research will show you there's absolutely no connection between the historical development of the shape of the mitre and any fish entity from the ancient world, much less any connection between Dagon and any fish entity from the ancient world. This is just asinine anti-Catholic conspiracy theories.
So this is why today Christians on the back of their cars, you will see, have a fish symbol, thinking that that's to denote them as Christians worshiping Jesus. No, it's a fish symbol because it's denoting Dagon, the fish god.
Christians were using the fish symbol to represent Jesus before anyone ginned up any kind of false etymology regarding Dagon and the word fish. The fish symbol exists because the word for fish in ancient Greek, ichthys, represents an acronym that can be used to spell out Jesus Christos Theou Huios Sotir, which means Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior.
So it's not Jesus that's influencing the Vatican and the Pope. It's Dagon, the fish god. That's the importance of this.
This is a bafflingly misguided anti-Catholic conspiracy theory that has absolutely no basis in fact.